Example 1 of surface area and volume is a very simple one. It's asking for the volume of the cuboid. A cuboid is just like a tissue box. Now, it doesn't have to have any square sides. They could all be oblong. In fact, the number over here is 5 meters. It's just cut the meters off. I'm going to write that again. So this is 5 meters here. And that's from here to here. To find the volume of this, it's simply multiplying each dimension once. So I'm going to multiply the 4. I should actually include what it is I'm finding, which is volume. So that's volume equals 4 times this dimension, which is 18, and finally the height dimension, which is 5. If I multiplied all these together, I'll find that it's 360. But what are the units? Well, because I've got meters once, twice, and 3 times, and I'm multiplying them together, it becomes meters cubed. For part B, it's asking for the surface area. Now, this is a little bit more complicated. One way of doing it is to think about it as a net. So the net of this cuboid looks a bit like this. So if I were to cut this out of paper and fold it together, it would look like this. This has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides, and so does the cuboid. Now on here I could label the dimensions of it. I can say that this is 4, which could make this side 5, and this side could be 18. I could then work out the lengths of all of these and the areas of each one and add them together. Another way of doing it is to think about doing side 1, which is the same on the back surface. So this total surface area could be 2 lots of surface 1, and surface 2 is the one at the top, which is the same as the one on the bottom. There are 2 of them, and this 2 here takes that into account. And in a third colour, let's do pink or purple. That would be the 18 by 5. It's going to be a bit complicated now, but you can see 3 is the same on the front and the back. Now the 3 represents that rectangle. The 2 represents the top rectangle, and the 1 represents the front rectangle here. So really the surface area is 1 plus 2 plus 3, but we have to just double the answer because it's not just 1 of each, it's 2 of each. Now if I try to get my colours back, let's see if I can get my colour back for orange. Okay, so that's not quite right. Let's do that again. That looks better. Okay, so what is surface area 1? Still a bit yellow, but it'll have to do. The surface area 1 is 4 times 5. Now the height of this is 5. The area of 1 would therefore be 4 times 5, which is 20. What about the area of side 2? Well, 2 is the top, and this is 18, and this length is the same as that length, which is 4. So 18 times 4 is 72. And finally 3, which I will try to get my colour back. Ooh, maybe it's down here somewhere. That side is on the back, and that is 5 by 18. And 5 times 18 is the same as doing a half of 18 times 10, which is 90. By adding all of these together and then multiplying it by 2, I find that my total surface area is 364. But remember the units, which is meters squared.